When you think about how bad CNN got under Zucker, it is a left-wing station that now Tucker Carlson has more Democrats watching his show. This show gets more Democrats watching than CNN does. We literally drank their milkshake on their home turf. That's humiliating.
Whoa, Brad is telling me that CNN CEO Jeff Zucker has just resigned. Is that true? Holy shit. The thing is crumbling, and we're going to have an incredible opportunity now. That is incredible news. Is it too early for the tequila? Is it? Wow, hot damn. It was announced 15 minutes ago over an inappropriate workplace relationship. And I think Jeff Zucker stepping down is good because he's led, putting aside whatever happened here, he's led CNN down a really, really horrible path where they no longer are journalism and they were something roughly approximating journalism for a long time. So it's probably good that he's stepping down in the name of journalism, or at least for the sake of journalism.
President of CNN, Jeff Zucker, resigning from his post after 9 years on the job. Now, there's a whole lot here. This is a pretty deep story. And it all really kind of revolves around him just not being able to keep his personal life and his business life separate. Okay. He had to have this alleged relationship with Alison Gollust, who is basically the number 2 over at CNN. Technically, on paper, if you look at her, it'll say something like PR or marketing or something like that. But really, Jeff Zucker is the boss and she is the co-boss because they're pretty much an item. They're like frickin' frat 2 peas in the pod, peanut butter and jelly, ham and burger. That's pretty much what they are.
In 9 years as the network's president, Jeff Zucker transformed CNN from a boring left-of-center news outlet to a still boring, totally, completely, utterly dishonest, lying, anti-Trump, Fox-obsessed arm of the Democratic Party. Now Zucker's out. Bye-bye. Anyway, in a statement, he claims his resignation is because of a consensual relationship with another executive that he did not properly disclose. Okay, let me be blunt. I'm sorry. I'm not buying that for 1 second. Now, mark my words, the real story will come out one day and probably sooner than later. To me, this statement, like so many other things of fake news CNN, it's total BS or total B-Schiff, Adam Schiff. Anyway, this statement, like so many other things of fake news CNN, it's not real. Zucker's relationship, okay, the whole world of media knew about this for years.
All right, so no, this is going to be a fun day today because this is what we call liberals having to live by the standards that they have set for everyone else. And it is beautiful to watch. So CNN President Jeff Zucker resigned today, this morning, after there was the internal investigation into Chris Cuomo, which we know how that turned out ultimately for Chris Cuomo. During that investigation, apparently, it was revealed that Jeff Zucker, this was revealed by Chris Cuomo, they say, Jeff Zucker was having an ongoing consensual relationship with one of his colleagues, they said. And Jeff Zucker, so he put out this statement and he said, a relationship with my closest colleague, someone I've worked with for more than 20 years. I acknowledge the relationship evolved in recent years. I was required to disclose it when it began, but I didn't. I was wrong. As a result, I am resigning.
I wanted to enjoy this story so much, but I was so naive because I thought he was getting fired over the ratings, not over an open, secret relationship between 2 divorced adults. He should have lost it over their collusion coverage, their anti-cop narrative, all the fake news that they spewed, and the targeting of civilians over memes, stupid stuff like that. But this relationship doesn't even register in my brain. Perhaps it's a violation of some kind of thing in human resources, but it's nothing compared to the hazardous waste that drips out of CNN every night. I mean, think about how bad. He should have been fired. So this obviously is about Chris Cuomo exacting revenge. This is like a relationship version of mutually assured destruction. So, when powerful people know things about other powerful people and you come after me, well, you just better be careful because I also know what's in your backyard. And that's what happened. This was a sure takedown from Chris Cuomo.
They've been together for a very long time. However, it was not disclosed. If you are a top executive like Jeff Zucker, the president of CNN, and you are with one of your subordinates, you got to disclose that. Okay, you got to disclose it. You got to say, okay, this is what's going on, but he didn't do that. Now, how did it get found out? Well, the toxic culture of CNN, the gross culture of CNN is how Jeff Zucker got found out. Because remember, you had Chris Cuomo recently being accused of some sexual harassment and stuff like that. Okay, and that was after his brother got accused of some stuff. I'll talk about that in a minute because that's a whole different part of this. So Chris Cuomo's being investigated, and during the investigation, the Allison Gollust and Jeff Zucker thing comes up. So Jeff Zucker is asked about this, like, hey, man, what's going on with Allison Gollust? Are y'all together? What's happening? Since you're the president and she's also, a top executive, y'all got to disclose that. So what's going on? Tell us right now.
So when Jeff Zucker's personal stenographer, Humpty the Dumpty, tweeted that CNN was stunned, Humpty was obviously lying. Humpty Dumpty has been spewing pro-Zucker propaganda all day. Now, we'll likely know a lot more in the days ahead, but his girlfriend at CNN, and it should, again, as it pointed out, it was a consensual relationship between them. Well, she formerly served, this is where it gets interesting, as the communications director for, that's right, former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo several years ago. Now, it gets more interesting. Andrew's brother, former CNN host Chris Cuomo, is, according to numerous sources I have sources everywhere, they are preparing a lawsuit related to his own dismissal. And by the way, preservation notices have already been sent. Now, it would appear that the Cuomos know a lot about Jeff Zucker and the unethical practices and the double standards taking place at the so-called Facts First network.
Really interesting development. I seem to recall our very own Stu Burguiere, who, as we all know, is the greatest hater of the Cuomo family that I think the world has ever seen. And when he was talking about all of this, we discussed, how does Chris Cuomo still have a job? This was obviously before he was terminated. How is he still there? How does he still have a job? Even the first revelations that he was helping Andrew Cuomo draft all of these PR notices, and we're like, how is this possible that he's still employed? And Stu said, we've seen how these networks work. He has to know something. He is a resident attorney. What does he know on these members of management? What does he have on them? That's what we should be looking at. And here we see Jeff Zucker has resigned. But he says it was a consensual relationship. It's just that it was not disclosed. And it apparently was Allison Gollust, who is the chief marketing officer.